All right, guys, welcome back to lesson 104 for Math 8. Okay, so today's volume, capacity, and mass in metric system. I have good news for you. I think this is one of the easiest lessons that you will know. And I know that it might sound a little bit complicated, volume, capacity, mass, but you already know that volume, we measure the space inside things. Capacity has to do with liquids, so how we measure liquids. And mass obviously is us, the pounds and, ounces that we have. But in the metric system, okay, so in metric system, we use centimeters, meters, and so forth. So today we're going to talk exclusively, mostly about centimeters cubed for volume. For capacity, we're going to talk milliliters and liters. And for mass, we're going to talk grams and kilograms, okay? We might get a little bit ahead of our, not ahead, but a little bit into other heavier terms. But I guarantee you that today's lesson is very easy if you remember certain things, okay? It's not that I have to explain as much as that you have to remember things. Like, for example, that there is 1 milliliter for 1 gram. For every 1 gram, there's 1 milliliter. And for every milliliter, there's also 1 centimeter cubed. And I wrote them on the board. Your book also has them. So if you need to get back to this lesson for reference, do so. But you need to remember that, especially because in tests and quizzes, we're going to be telling you to do that. Not quizzes, because we don't really have quizzes. In tests and homework, you might have to do it. In homework, obviously, you could come back. But during a test, obviously, you're not going to be able to. So let's get back. Let's get into lesson 104, which I think it's super easy. All right, so first things first, look at what I put. I put volume equals capacity equals mass. So what I put is the equivalency, or the things that are equal to each other when we're talking about the different things. So 1 centimeter cubed, if you look at a ruler, I think I have my pocket ruler around here. Voila, pocket ruler. If you look at a centimeter, which this one doesn't have any. This is a yardstick, and it's all in inches. Well, we know an inch is about 2.54 centimeters. So if you actually take that into consideration, then you will know that about half of it, 2.54, is going to be 1.29 centimeters. So half an inch is 1.29. So that right there is more than a centimeter. So a centimeter cubed is going to be a unit that is not very big. So a milliliter is also very small, and a gram is also very small. A gram is less than an ounce, and an ounce is obviously less than a pound. And obviously, you know that a pound is not very heavy, because I hope that some of you already know how much things weigh in pounds. So at least I hope that some of you know how much you weigh in pounds. So you know that 1 pound is nothing, because there's kids already in 8th grade that are way above 100 pounds. And so it's not like I myself weigh about 155 pounds. So it's not that 1 pound is a lot. 1 pound is not that much. So what I'm trying to tell you is that these units are very small. Now, these ones are different, because 1 kilogram is about 2.2 pounds. So a kilogram is heavier than a pound. In fact, in kilograms, I would weigh a little bit about 155 divided by 2 is going to be 75. I would guess I would measure about 68 to 70 kilograms, which is a good weight, actually. If you weigh anywhere around 100 kilograms, you weigh about 220 pounds. Yeah. So, yeah, kilogram is a big unit. So what I'm trying to tell you is these are small units and these are big units. So why am I telling you this? Because in example 1, they say, okay, Ray has a fish aquarium that is 50 centimeters long, 20 centimeters wide, and the aquarium is filled with water to a depth of 40 centimeters long. So they have an aquarium that is 50 by 20 by 40. 50 by 20 by 40. If we add, multiply together, 5 times 2 is 10, times 4 is 40, and so it'd be 40,000 centimeters cubed. That is how much it was, right? So how many liters of water are in the aquarium? Well, we don't know liters, we know milliliters, because we know 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. And so what we're going to do is literally change this into 40,000 milliliters. Now you should also keep in mind that you should know that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So that would mean that there are 40 liters of water in the tank. I told you, I think this is easy because I remember this and I know this. So if you know that and know this, it's going to be really easy. I think the important part is knowing and understanding the metric system, like knowing the rates changes, like 100 centimeters in 1 meter, 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, and so forth. All of that we've gone over and over and over again, you have to know it. And if you know it, then this is a piece of cake, because I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do this math, but this is where the real math, quote unquote, starts. And it's literally changing from centimeters cubed to milliliters, because it tells us right here, and then changing us from milliliters to liters, because we know that this is the conversion rate. In question 2, it says, what is the mass of the water in the aquarium? Well, the mass is going to be, because it's 40 liters, it's going to be 40 kilograms. Wow. And that's it. That's example 1. So I told you, the math part is super easy. The hard part is the changing it into the different things. In example 2, it says, Malia wants to find the volume of a vase. She fills a 1 liter beaker with water and then uses all but 280 milliliters to fill the vase. What is the volume of the vase? So the beaker is 1 liter. And she used everything by 280 milliliters. Well, you have to know that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So it'd be 800, what is it? 720 centimeters, okay? 720 milliliters, sorry. So because 1,000 minus 280 milliliters. Oish. What happened there, Meng? Minus 2,200. What? 280. 280 milliliters. Much better. So we subtract that, it would be 720 milliliters that she used from the beaker that was 1 liter to the vase. So, or the vase, it doesn't matter. You can say vase, vase, whatever, interchangeable. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. And then you will find that that would be interchangeable into 720 centimeters cubed. That's it for 2A. And 2B, if the mass of the vase is 640 grams, what is the mass of the vase filled with water? So they tell us, okay, this is how much you filled in water, and so it'd be 720 grams as well. 720 grams just filling the water. And so the vase or the vase weighs 640 grams by itself. So it ends up weighing 1,360 grams or 1.36 kilograms. And you see what I'm saying? Example 3 says, on a fishing boat, live bait is kept in a cubic tank measuring 1 meter on each edge. So 1 meter on each edge. We don't have meters here, but I have good news for you. If you look at the bottom of page, not the bottom, but close to the bottom of page 693, they have it right there. 1 meter cubed equals 10 to the 6 milliliters and 10 to the 3rd kilograms. And so 10 to the 6th means 10 million milliliters, and 10,000 kilograms. By the way, 10 million milliliters is the same thing as 10,000 liters. I don't know why they would do that, to confuse you maybe. I'm not sure. But in here it says, on a fishing boat, live bait is kept in a cubic tank measured 1 meter. So find the volume. The volume is going to be 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. Well, but it's going to be 1 meter cubed. So that's what there is in the bottom. So it's going to be 1 meter cubed, but they want you to put it into centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed, you have to be careful because 1 meter is 100. So it would be 100 times 100 times 100 equals 1 million? Yes, 1 million. There's a fly in the light. 1 million centimeters cubed. So that is going to be the answer for the first one. 1 million centimeters cubed is the same thing as 1 meter cubed. Pay attention to that one. Huh? You didn't have that one in your book, but we just found out. In the second one says, find the capacity of the tank in liters. Well, in liters, because we know it's going to be that in centimeters cubed. Well, it's going to be 1 million milliliters. Because of this one. But if we divide it by the conversion rate, 1,000 milliliters, the milliliters cancel out, and I would get 1,000 liters. 1 meter cubed is the same thing as 1,000 liters. And then find the approximate mass of the tank full of water in kilograms and then approximate equivalent weight in pounds. And I told you it's going to be about 2.2 pounds. So it's going to be 1,000 kilograms. And if I multiply that by 2.2 pounds, I'm going to get 0,002 and 0 placeholder 0,002. 2,200 pounds. Whew. Need to go to the gym to be able to lift that. That's a heavy cubic tank. So yeah. So I'm going to stop there. And I know that there's one more example, example 4. But I think that you get my point. My point in here is not that it's about the math. It's about the units. You need to learn the units. And so that's why I told you it's an easy lesson, because I know that you know how to do the math. You've shown me before that you're able to do the math. It's the units. Can you change it? The units. And obviously, one of your friends, unit multipliers. But you need to know the units. All right? So I'll see you tomorrow in lesson 1 of 5.